0. I'll go for the table. Why? Okay. Simple multiplication in x intercepts. Oh. Sorry. Yes. I'm panicking for no reason. I'm sorry. But this is parabola.
On the test.
I'm turning like in a parabola. Yeah. I'm saying how. Oh, wait, you missed it. The quadrant is the quadratic. It's going okay. You did this question right. It wasn't that bad. It made me sad when you got it. That's right. Because that was on. So it actually makes so much sense. Yes. Sometimes. Yeah. Just this. Yeah.
All good test.
No, I'm putting it on. I'm putting it right. The goodness. No. To try. This is guesstimation. You know what? I'm gonna put this straight into the comment and see what I get. Next time I message you, then I'm
Guys, that's all I'd write. That's all I'd write for something like that.
It has to be something, yeah, right? Oh, but we just wrote it in words.
The official memo says.
Did we get it?
Yeah. Now remember, what's on the official memo is one version. Sometimes there are 15 versions of answers. Okay, but they don't publish all of the answers, right? It would also be fine. All they had was this. That's all they wrote for the memo.
That's it.
That was their explanation.
Oh.
No, I think I'll accept that. Yeah. I think it's better to mention that something squared is positive. Yeah. All right. Right. Next one. Okay, you've got to go. You've got a parabola. You've got to find the turning point and the y-intercept, and then you've got to sketch it. Yeah.
We could have done
that was just like one of the. We have A, B, minus.
I wouldn't do that.
That never
A minus B over 2A, right? So then we
if you did that, you'd have to square out, move everything to the left-hand side. Did you do that? No. Then it wouldn't be.
So then you go to yourself.
Okay. You'd have to show that working. Okay. Right, off you go. Try the next one. I hate lines. Lines are so annoying.
What did we get? Oh! Okay, I think I'm right. But you multiply the 2. Yeah. So minus x. Yes, minus x. Minus use the turning point. Plus C. A plus C. No, because you just have to plus. No, it's plus. It's turning point in the y. That's why if you don't have minus 6 and you have plus
2. For turning points. I wouldn't do it for turning points. You can check on your calculator, but for turning points I would show some working.
So which class of other brands these all calculators for? So then would I just do TP
Table mode. Very careful of table mode, guys. Table mode, I don't use it.
That's why we don't use the class.
Because often it doesn't work. Okay. If I was sending an exam, I would actually, and ask you to draw a graph, I would make sure things are fractions, so you wouldn't pick up things like turning points and intercepts and things like that.
Oh, so you just want to hurt people.
So you hate us?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Precisely.
How did I get?
So you actually started with 8 over 8.
No, I'm thinking nonsense.
Yes, yeah. So that's the X. So then you can sum this.
So there are two ways you can find the x-coordinates of a turning point of a parabola, guys. One is what you use. This, by the way, this formula, remember, just comes from calculus, right? Okay, but if you want for a parabola, you can use that. That does not work for cubics, okay? Only for parabolas. Okay, or you could say, when does the turning point of any graph happen? When the gradient is 0, so when 8x minus 4 is 0, either way is fine.
So you can use an idiom.
Yeah, because what happens at a turning point? Now that formula, remember, y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to k. If you're solving, okay, if you want to find the turning point of that graph, right, it's where the gradient is equal to 0, right? So where, what's the derivative? 2ax plus b is 0. So you get 2ax is negative b, so x is negative b over 2a. That's where this comes from.
Oh my gosh!
Okay. That's where that formula comes from. Okay. But the way we teach it, we don't do calculus first. So, okay. Right. We're not, but I need the y coordinates as well, right?
Yes, sir.
So sub back into the graph.
You cannot do it. Oh. I don't know, just get what you get.
So where did you get this? Like this section with the x
Because it's negative b, b is negative 4, so it's negative 4 over 2 times 4. Here's the equation. So a is 4, b is negative 4, c is 6.
Oh, what should it be?
What's wrong?
No, it's okay.
I'm saying like I don't,
But they have-
I got 4 by 8, then I simplified it to a half, but I don't understand why those should be separate rooms.
Positive, so it should be a
Like what?
Separate rooms.
Or is it positive?
They're the same root, just one
No,
root.
you just said x equals 4 8, then x is equal to half.
So it's two separate
It's
rooms.
not or, x is 4 over 8, which just means it simplifies to half. Okay.
I thought you were saying.
No. Okay. Right, so your turning point is what? A half, 5, right?
So a half is the x.
Now, there are no x-intercepts, guys. They helped you with that. Why are there no x-intercepts? Because if you went to find the x-intercepts, you get 0 is equal to 2x minus 1 squared plus 5. They helped you in the beginning. Okay, so you get minus 5 is equal to 2x minus 1 squared, right? Which we know that there are no solutions for, right? Okay, so there were no x-intercepts. I'm just explaining that you don't have to write any of that down. Okay. This graph does not cut the x-axis, right? Okay? But there are y-intercepts.
But I did that, and I got 9. So if you set those two things, can you sketch it? Can I see it?
Did you get 0.6 for your y-intercepts?
Plus 4.
Yeah?
Why is it plus 4? Huh?
Yes.
Well, sir, actually from table mode, I got the, we get I sign. So does that indicate that there's no, like, could you use that as an indication that there's
Why?
no?
Because it's
Be
negative.
careful, I'm just wary of time.
Minus
Okay, right. What is our turning point?
It's
A half 5. And my y-intercept was 6, eh? Okay. So a half 5 would be 2, 4, 6. Guys, even if you've done the working, we mark the graph. Okay. So if you don't label that, even if you put it over there, you lose a mark, right? So you've got to label this as a half, yeah?
From the get-go.
From the word go.
What's wrong?
So
solving it for the thing I got 4x. And now it's starting my answer.
When you're solving for what?
We got that, but how does it equal 5?
Because you sub in half.
Yes, I did.
So if you sub half into there,
But
4
it
times
gets
a half, no, you should get 5. 4 times a half squared in brackets minus 4 times a half plus 6 will be 5.
I got.
Why have you got negative a half?
Why is it?
It's not.
I said that already.
No, it's not. It's a half.
But it's negative b over 2.
It's negative 4. So that becomes positive 4.
Negative
B is negative 4. The formula is negative b over 2a. So
Oh,
it's,
flip.
okay. So x is a half, not negative a half. You with me? Right, guys, just one thing. Okay, so you've got a half 5 and you should label 6 as well. Okay. Now, so there's your graph. Okay. You really need to get comfortable with symmetry. We don't have to do what I'm about to do now. That's for marks. Okay. But you should really be comfortable with symmetry. So what is the equation, Amy, of the axial symmetry of this parabola? Exactly. What's the equation of the axial symmetry of this parabola? X is equal to a half. There's your axis of symmetry, right? Okay. Symmetry can always enable you to find another point, right? Without doing any working. It is a very common thing where we do something like this. We tell you that this is 1, or let's do something like this. Where we say to you, let's say this is 3, that's 2. Okay? They're giving you the other x-intercept by doing that. If that x coordinate is, say it was 3, 5, right? They've given you the other x-intercept. Why? Because how far is it from 2 to 3? Where's your axial symmetry? It's that x is equal to, this comes up a lot. What's that gap? It's 1, right? So to the point in line with that, it must be another 1, right? So that must be 4. Okay, you have to use symmetry in parabolas. Okay, if they tell you that's 3 and that's 2, they tell you, likewise, if they gave you 2 and 4 as your x-intercept, that'll be 3. Okay, look out for symmetry. It comes up a lot in parabolas. Okay, fish. So what would this point be that's symmetrical to 0.6? Well, that's a half, right? So if you travel another half, it's going to be 1/6 would be another point on that. Symmetry can be very useful. Okay. Right, now guys, a reminder of a couple of things. Let's just have a quick recall. Everyone happy up to there? Sophie, you happy with the graph? Okay. Everyone done the graph? Are we good?
Yes.
You guys okay with the graph? Okay. Right, now, let's just remember, I just want to remind you of nature of roots. First of all, nature of roots means what? Translated into language that makes sense. What does it mean? What does nature of roots mean? What type of answers or x-intercepts do we get? That's what nature of roots means. Okay, what type of answers do we get from a quadratic equation, right? We're using ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, which is your x-intercepts of your parabola in terms of graphs, right? Any parabola, okay, how can we solve any quadratic in the world? Using the quadratic formula. This gives us the actual answers, remember? Okay? What's the discriminant? Discriminant means separates. Okay, what discriminates, the type of answers you get though, is what that thing is. So it gets its own special name called the discriminant or delta, right? So delta is b squared minus 4ac. But what the thing to remember is, where does delta live? It lives under that house, right? Don't write that thing in. But when you're looking with delta and can't remember, okay, so what would happen if delta was negative 9? Can you find the square root of negative 9? No, so your roots would be non-real. If delta was 0, how many answers would you get? If delta was 0, how many answers would we get? 1, because the plus minus would disappear. Does that make sense? So if delta is 0, you get 1 answer. What's a fancy way of saying 1 answer? I'll write this down now. Equal roots, right? If delta is bigger than 0, how many answers would you get? 2. What's the fancy way of saying 2 answers? Unequal roots. If delta is a perfect square, can you find the square root of a perfect square? Yes, you can. So you're not left with a third in the answer. What do we call numbers which don't have a third? Rational numbers. But if delta is bigger than 0 and not a perfect square, your roots would be irrational, because you'd be left with the square roots in the answers. Okay, so if you had, so x is equal to minus b plus minus delta over 2a, that gives you the actual answers. To describe the nature of the roots, what type of answers you get, well, if delta is equal to 0, what does that mean? How many answers? Okay, roots are going to be what? Equal and rational, because the square root has disappeared, right? And real. Okay, if delta is less than 0, we get a negative under the square root. So what are my roots? Roots are non-real, which means there are no solutions to any equation. Okay? In terms of graphs, what does equal roots look like with a parabola? It means there's one x-intercept. And what's the only way you can have one x-intercept? If it turns on the x-axis, right? Okay. If delta is less than 0, there are no x-intercepts. So the parabolas could be something, any of those would have delta less than 0. Because there are no x-intercepts. Okay. If delta is bigger than 0, okay, the roots are going to be unequal. Okay. What that means in terms of graphs is they're just going to be 2 x-intercepts to every parabola, right? From graphs, unless I tell you to label those things, we can't say whether they're rational or irrational, right? Okay. But if delta is a perfect square, the roots will be rational. Okay, and if delta is bigger than 0, so this follows from that, but not a perfect square, they'll be irrational. That's nature of roots. What's nature of roots? What type of answers? Fancy word for one answer. Equal roots. Fancy word for two answers. Unequal roots. Where does delta live? Under the house. Okay. Fish? Right. So let's go back to this question. Describe how you would shift the graph vertically so that the x-intercepts are real and equal. What does that mean? We get only one x-intercept, right? So how are we going to shift it?
Down.
By how much?
5.
By 5, right? Okay. Happy with that, guys? Okay. Shift graph down by 5. If they said to you it's something plus k, k would be negative 5. Okay? Can I have a nod, please? Just nod. Make me feel better. Yeah, right. Just nod.
No.
Okay. If they said to you the graph is something plus k, what must k be to have equal roots? K would be negative 5, because that means you shift it down by 5. Okay? Right. Try the last two questions.
So k has to be bigger or equal to 0. Yes, or 2x like that. I'm saying.
In the next one, you have to use the quadratic formula, eh?
Yep. Or 2x minus 1.
Is it x becomes a quadratic formula?
Really?
There's 4. Once again, you still there's 1 minus 1.
No, I think he means
You could probably use delta, let me see.
No, I know what's going on. Okay. I'm saying yes. This in this case, so we use so many things.
So this whole thing should be greater than the I guess you.
Alright?
You don't have to use the quadratic formula.
I think I used to play it. Okay. So then you self-motivation.
You could use delta.
Could you, sir?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think. Can I still use the quadratic formula?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so if you use delta, I would do this. My first instinct would be to use delta. Okay, that would be my first instinct. The memo didn't. Okay, but I would do this personally. Are you happy with timing that out like that?
Yes.
Okay, so you're happy it becomes 4x squared minus 4x plus what?
Oh, never mind.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. So, if I'm using delta, what's A equal to?
Sorry.
Okay, what's B?
-4,
What's C?
1 minus A.
Okay, so there are lots of different ways we can do this question. Okay? If we want real roots and we're using delta, what do we say?
Must be greater than or equal to 0.
Are we happy with that?
Yes.
Hate lines.
If I did something.
Are we happy up there?
Yes, sir.
This is not how the memo did it, so let's see how this plays out.
I believe so.
Okay, so go sub in A, B, and C, and let's see what happens.
Oh, so, but I got 4 plus.
So what's B? Diana, B is negative
-4.
minus 4A is 4, C is
1 minus K. Oh, supposed. Oh, I didn't put it.
I got 16K must be greater than
so what, divide by 16, so what must K be?
greater than or equal to 0. Is that right? Oh.
I mean, it's actually a dumb question. I'll tell you why now.
Well, it can't be negative.
Exactly. So that's actually a dumb question. Okay, I'll tell you why now. So we get 16 minus 16, do you agree? Minus 16, because you get 16 minus 16 times 1 minus k. Okay, so you get 16 minus 16, which disappears, right? So you get 16k is bigger than or equal to 0, so k is bigger than or equal to 0. Okay? Why is it such a dumb question? Okay, but you can see how we're going into robot mode because we look at 3 marks means you've got to do something, right? But quite honestly, if you just wrote down the answer there, I would give you full marks. Why? Because real root means you get an answer, right? You can only get an answer to this. Anything squared has to be what? Positive. So there'll only be solutions. Okay, dumb question. Okay, for me that actually give you full marks if you just write k is bigger than or equal to 0. But normally that's going to be your process there.
But what if they just don't want the like 1 mark?
They can't. Trust me, there are long discussions about when you mark questions. They first have a panel meeting, we have a panel discussion, we talk about your possible answers. Trust me, they would argue there and they would win it. That k is greater than or equal to 0 would be full marks. Of course it is, it's obvious. Hey, you're not looking at your mark allocation. If that was worth 1 mark, most people would just write k is bigger than or equal to 0 because I'd say, well, there must be an easy way to do it. Well, what's the easy way? Well, for this to exist, k must be 0 theoretically because it's squared. But because it's 3 marks, everyone will do something complicated. Okay.
Is that what they wanted?
All right. Come, we'll have a break after this last one.
If 3 values converge x intercepts of y so would this be the quadratic?
So when you have 2 answers,
Would this be the quadratic equation?
perfect square.
Because it's asking for real rational. Yeah.
Positive perfect square.
Am I?
Yes.
So
Positive.
like
Yes.
It's a draft with fixed.
Yes, no, I just meant it being positive. Right. Because you said, never mind. Yes.
you don't have to.
Yep, I know.
No, I think you do.
You don't have a solution?
Don't you have a routine?
No. We've never had a solution.
Since grade 8.
That time when we had a lesson, we had to make a chat and call out.
There was actually an era where junior school kids had.
Okay, so there's some weird questions in this paper, Rush. 2019. Look at this. I mean, they allocate 3 marks for this.
Government is
But this way, only be true when k is positive. K is bigger than or equal to 0, must get 3 more.
Okay. And the 2023 has got some horrendous stuff. And as for that converging sequence probability question.
Oh my gosh, I did that.
So when you know when you're kind of feeling lonely and you don't know what to do for 2 hours, you get that question and you do. Did you enjoy it? What are you thinking?
No, there's just so many different ways you can do these questions.
So did they do delta with that one?
Well, I did delta. They used 3 different complicated methods. But they didn't use delta.
Oh.
You know, I'm gonna raise this. This is too complicated, sir. No, this is so bad. I was getting the right one. What did I do? They need to like go back. They need to be present and otherwise. Yes, 3 values of t.
Alright, again.
Yes. I'm just gonna leave that. 3 values unequal, which is 3 answers. So many below. How can you get this way? The rest is so bad. 3 answers, 3 values. Because it's not the
Yeah.
the 3 values.
X intercept y is equal to 0, right?
So you have to cut your values.
Not like,
Oh. If you see how I watch a lot of Red Wonders.
I don't know, that's why I
know how to cut.
Be careful, it looks like the same equation, but it's not quite, because k in this case is the opposite sign, right? Because it becomes...
Slice. You gotta. I'm gonna look it's beautiful. I watch a lot of Mad Wonders.
They even use algebra.
That was my nose. That was crazy. That looks
Okay, so x intercept, are we happy with y be equal to 0? Okay? Alright?
okay.
You happy with that?
Fair enough.
Okay. Happy up to where I've got to. Just check. Get up to there. You happy?
Oh, yes. Yes, I
And I've just moved that minus k to the other side.
am. Oh,
Right. Now, for real roots, for real and unequal roots, never mind about the rational yet. Unequal means, is delta bigger than equal to 0 or is delta just bigger than 0? It's bigger than 0. Because equal to 0 is when it has equal roots, right? If it just said real, it would be bigger than or equal to. Because it can turn on the axis or it can be below, right? Okay, so here they're telling us delta has to be bigger than 0. Do you agree? Capish? So b squared minus 4ac has to be bigger than 0. Right, go sub that in.
So,
Yeah.
when it says
Unequal roots means you've got 2 different x-intercepts. You've got 2 answers. To get 2 answers, delta has to be bigger than 0. Because to get 1 answer, delta must be equal to 0, because then the plus minus disappears, right? Yeah. No, it's changed. It's a bit sneaky because the k is now positive k, right? In the previous one, k was negative k. C was 1 minus k. Now C is 1 plus k. So A is 4. B is negative 4. C is equal to? Whereas the previous one, C was 1 minus k. Do you agree?
but now it's not greater than or equal to 0, it's just greater.
Yes.
Oh.
But now 16k is
So it's going to be k is bigger than 0. Okay, but then we've got to, so you're going to end up with, okay, Are you sure it's bigger than 0?
Yeah.
Okay, so I get minus 4 squared minus 4 times 4 times 1 plus k. So it must be less than 0. So minus 16 times 1 plus k is bigger than 0. Am I right?
No, it's not negative 6. It's just 6.
It's not negative
16.
It's 16.
Yeah,
Okay.
negative.
So minus 16k is bigger than 0. If I divide by negative 16, what happens?
It will switch.
So switch. So k is less than 0, right? Okay, now they want 3 values. Let me just see how they do this number. This is an annoying question.
Is it annoying to do or to work? I don't know, maybe it's something you use like.
Right. Okay, so k must be less than 0, right? Okay, listen. Okay. Before we did the 0 part though. Okay, but now they want 3 values, right? Okay. So what has to happen for 3 values? Delta must be a perfect square, right? Okay. For rational roots, do you agree? Because we want the third thing to disappear. Are we happy with that?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Before we get the naught bits, delta, do you agree with me, was equal to what? B squared minus 4AC was just minus 16k, right? This was delta, right? So delta is minus 16k. Are you happy with that? This is b squared minus 4ac, right? b squared minus 4ac, b squared minus 4ac, right? But we need delta to be what? A perfect square, right? Okay, so if we want delta to be equal to 1, that's a perfect square, right? Then what must k be? Well, then we'd have minus 16k is equal to 1, right? Delta has to be a perfect square. Remember where delta lives. For roots to be rational, that thing must be a perfect square, right? We know that delta in this case is minus 16k, right? So what are my perfect squares? 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, right? I'm just going to do the first 3. Okay? You sort of with me? Okay, I know your brains are cooked, I'm sure. Okay, so if delta is equal to 1, minus 16k must be 1. Do you agree? Because minus 16k is delta in this case, right? So what's k equal to? Negative 1 over 16. There's one value of k that'll work. I'll get another one.
So was that inequality even necessary?
This whole thing.
Yeah. Or did we just need to get delta? The equation wasn't necessary.
You could get away with not doing all of that less than 0, but you would have had to got the delta is equal to minus 16k. Okay, I'm just confirming that the numbers have to be negative.
So let's say if I try 4 this time.
Okay, so what's the next one we're going to try? 4 would work, right? So if delta is equal to 4. Try what will k be if delta is 4? Yes, you're still going to use minus 16k because minus 16k is delta.
Oh, so I understand.
Okay, good. So you'd have to get to this, Punjab, to that negative 16k.
Yes.
The less than 0, that wouldn't necessarily penalize you, but you can check all my answers are less than 0. And then we're going to use delta is equal to 9.
You must also use the
I understand. It's 9 versus 16.
Good question.
Okay,
Negative minus.
so I understand.
Okay, let's just do the last one and then we'll break again.
Yes.
Next page. Okay. So if delta is equal to 4, we're going to get minus 16k is equal to 4.
So this was a
Yeah. Pre-COVID, guys. Pre-COVID was always horrible.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, the first papers from pre-COVID is just insane.
Right, so k is negative a quarter. Are we happy with that one?
Huh? First papers from pre-COVID.
If delta is equal to 4, that's going to be the case. And if delta is equal to 9, Okay, but you could use 25, 36, anything. Okay, you're going to get minus 16k is equal to 9. So k is equal to minus 9 over. So there are three values of k. Alright, go try the last question. Page 22.
Don't we finish on 11?
You're going to have to use the quadratic formula.
Okay, that's fair. This is going to make you use a math book because this question is fantastic. That is out of this is unpaid labor.
Yeah, I did record it.
Let the larger determine the ratio. It's because sir wasn't fast enough. And sometimes you have to be faster than the computer.
Okay, so again, tough question, the next one.
Dump them.
Okay,
And then try to
so. A root is a fancy word for what? Okay, so the larger answer of the equation px squared plus qx plus r is equal to 0, the larger answer we call it capital P. Okay, wait. Okay, right. Are we happy with that so far? These are tough questions, right? Okay, so the first thing is, okay, every single quadratic has two answers, right? Okay, well, potentially two answers. Okay, so how would I get the roots of that equation? What's A equal to? A is P, B is
Q,
and C is
R.
Okay, so if I'm using the quadratic formula, what's X going to be? Minus B, so minus Q, right?
Q,
Plus minus square root of what?
Yeah.
Minus 4 what?
P R.
Over?
CP.
Now those are the two roots. You get me? I've got two answers. Why? Because of that plus minus, right? Which is going to be the larger one? The one with the plus or the one with the minus? So the larger root is equal to, it's a capital P, right? So the larger root will just be the plus one, right? So large P is going to be minus Q, okay, plus Q squared minus 4PR. Do you agree with that? Okay, so that's the large root.
Wait, I'm not good.
What is the question in the end? It's find the ratio of P to Q, right? So I need to figure out what P is first of all, and then I have to figure out what Q is. Okay, we're happy with that up to there. Because the larger root, these are two roots. The plus minus means there are two answers. The bigger one will always be the one that goes with the plus. Do you agree?
Yes.
And the smaller will be what goes with the
Minus.
Okay, so now I want you to go do the second part of the sum. Go use the fact that the larger root of the other equation is Q. Go do that.
Maybe I do that.
Your head's going to get into maths in the next few days, don't worry. Okay, so for the other one, the larger root, they said we must call it Q.
Now one question that has come up in our paper, so
Right, so that's the scenario we work. So there's the scenario we're working with now, right? That was the left-hand side.
Oh, we've got the left hand side. My sister's not watching this already. Marshall should throw like a zero.
Come. Right.
I don't think it does. I think it's the same. It does the same.
You can't crush up. I'm saying this is for you. I'm saying this is the same as this. This is over 2.
Right.
Hang on.
That's the ratio. Oh, it's tricky. That's what I was confused.
Ah, you might be good. Hands. Wait, this is the last one. I know, that's crazy. That's so crazy to me. What drugs did you take? I went home and I was so
So there, just check this one now. Okay, so for here, right, look here. Okay, A is 1, do you agree P is Q, C is PR? So X is minus Q plus minus Q squared minus 4PR. So this is now what Q is equal to, right? Okay, have I made any mistakes? Yes.
So it would be over to 2.
2 times 1, sorry. 2 times A is 2 times 1. Thank you, so just over 2. Right? Are we happy with that? Guys, X is equal to minus B, which is, I need quiet. X is equal to minus Q plus minus B squared, Q squared minus 4 times A, which is 1, times C, which is PR, right?
Yes.
All over 2 times A over 2 times 1. Right, so there's Q now and there's P. Okay, what do they ask you to go find? The ratio of P to Q, which means P over Q, if you like. Okay, that's the one way you can think of ratios. Okay, so P to Q means P over Q, which is going to be equal to what? What's P equal to? P is that whole thing, minus Q plus minus Q squared minus 4PR, I mean that's P, eh? Over 2P, okay? Divided by, which is the same thing as timesing by the reciprocal degree. So it'll be times by what? 2 over the exact same thing. Minus Q plus Q squared minus 4PR. Do you agree with that? Because I've done this, P over Q is the same thing as P times by 1 over Q, right? And then what happens? What cancels? Right? This cancels with that. So you're left with 2 over 2P, which is the same thing.
Why am I getting 1? I think
So we've got P over Q is equal to 2 over 2P. So P over Q is equal to 1 over P. So the ratio of P to Q is what?
Okay.
Wait, it's 1.
Yeah, you're right.
It's negative Q squared plus.
Those are exactly the same. Okay, so P was this.
Hey, never mind. Whoa.
There's P.
I
see my
Okay, and I'm timesing it by
No, I think so later.
1 over Q. So Q flipped around because I'm dividing, which is the same thing as timesing by the reciprocal, right? Right? Those are the same, they cancel. Okay, we've done the worst questions on this paper, don't worry. Okay, right.
break.
10-minute break.
What's happening?
I'll see you at 9, make it 12 minutes. See you at 9:55. I'm going to go till about 10:40, okay?
10:40.
Yeah.
9:55.
Oh, and then.
So 9:55, we start again. I'll put up people online. If there's anyone online, I'll put up a new meeting.
All right.
Nice slot.
No, all of my